Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Michelle. If this is the first time that you're watching any of my videos, I just want to say welcome. For those who are returning, thank you so much for your support. So guys, don't forget to like, hit the notification bell so you will get those notifications. And if you are not subscribed, please go ahead and get subscribed today. All right, so signing agent versus signing agent. It went down for one of my customers. Yes, I don't know, I wasn't there, but from what I understand, the, the notary got up, snatched their documents, and left the signing. Whoa, what went down? What would you have done in the situation that I'm about to explain to you? You ready? Because I couldn't believe it. I guess I could, but what would you have done in this case? All right, so from the beginning, a signing comes through and I accept it. It's for the same day, to be determined, the time. I would just need to get with the borrower, find out what time they could sign, and show up with the documents that are being sent to me from the signing service, right? So I contact the borrower to find out the best time for them, and they I had to leave a message because they didn't answer the phone right away. So they called me back, and we set up a time, and they were like, yeah, we had another notary here, but that notary told me that he was not going to continue with the signing, and he left. And I was thinking, like, he left? Like, why would the notary just leave? So I'm thinking there has to be something going on that made him, feel very unsafe or uncomfortable, that made him have to leave. Or maybe it was a family emergency, why this person decided to just get up in the middle of a signing and leave. So, my mind is going, right, before they even begin to tell me the story. So I'm listening, and I'm like, the notary just left? And yeah, they were like, yeah, the notary just left. And I'm like, well, what happened? And so they were like, well, the notary, they wanted me to they put a paper in front of me, and they just wanted me to sign the document. And I was like, well, what is this document? And he was like, I don't know, just sign it, right? And so I'm thinking, like, you just put a piece of paper in front of you and just said, sign it. And so, as a mentor, right, I'm thinking, okay, maybe this was their first signing. Maybe they weren't familiar with the documents just yet, because, I am in a new area, and I've been, doing signings for over 3 years. I've done hundreds and hundreds of signings, but because I'm in a new state, some of these documents are different, right? So even for me, when I go to a signing today, I may see a document that I've never seen before, right? So I can understand not knowing exactly what, one particular document is, but I can read, right? So I'm like, well, at least, I'm thinking to myself, like, at least if they read the title. And so I asked, I was like, did they even just read the name of the document? And they were like, yeah, but I wanted to make sure I knew what it was that I was signing. And so then he proceeded to tell me I'm a 10 or 15 year veteran. I'm not new to this game. And so I'm thinking, like, what? And I was like, well, are you a notary and a notary signing agent as well? And they were like, yes. And so I was like, oh, okay. And so then he began to go on and on and on about all the things that this notary signing agent didn't do. They didn't have the Patriot Act out. When they came in, the papers were unorganized. They didn't go over the closing disclosure in the beginning of the sign-in. There was more than one closing disclosure, and they couldn't tell me why there was more than one closing disclosure. God, what else was it? There was like a bunch of different things that this person was complaining about, as a borrower, right? So this time they're on the other end of it. Normally they would be the one that presents the documents, and today they are the borrower. So in my head, again, I'm thinking, there's three sides, to the story. I'm hearing what this person, what the borrower is saying. I don't know what's going on, with the notary, because I'm just a new notary that's showing up. And then there's the truth, right? But, for me, I'm thinking, again, as a mentor, if you have 10 or 15 years in the game and this notary shows up, and they can't explain, that first document, or they're unorganized, you as a notary signing agent, why would you not try to help your fellow NSA, right? Say, hey, or is this your first? And going back to the conversation, I think they were trying to make small talk with the notary, asking the notary, how long have you been a notary or a signing agent? How many signings, have you done? And I think the notary became uncomfortable, they said, or offended by them asking like how many signings they have done, because then they said like, the notary was like, well, that really doesn't matter. I'm here to sign your documents today. And it became offensive. I'm not sure what happened, because there was some back and forth going on. But eventually the notary was like, well, I don't feel comfortable. I am going to leave. And then the signer, he was like, well, I'm not refusing to sign the documents, but if you leave, I'm going to make sure that you don't get paid for this signing, and that you don't ever do another signing again. And was just, mean, I guess. Again, I don't know what the notary was saying in the conversation. But for me, again, on the outside looking in, if you're a notary signing agent and it's in the area that you've been doing signings in for 10 or 15 years, then, and you're a veteran, then why do you not know what this document is? You could have helped that notary out and said, oh, okay, this is the compliance agreement. It just says if there's any clerical or typographical errors or anything like that, you'll comply to get, the documents revised, or you'll allow somebody to come back out. Why not explain what that document is? And so that way, the next time that they have a signing, they'll know what that document is, right? Is that too much, like, right, to help the notary out? Because you don't know, this could have been their first signing, and maybe they were embarrassed to admit that this was their first one or their second one. Their thing is this is a new business for me, I'm trying to learn, just like that NSA had a first signing, had a second signing, and I'm sure that they didn't know all the documents at the time that they started, or became a signing agent. And I would hope that whoever did their first or second signings were nice, to them. But yeah, so I think that notary signing agent, he could have been maybe nicer, when it came to going over the documents or whatever. Just let that person, do their job. If they're unorganized, maybe they were nervous, maybe you made them nervous, maybe it was something about the area or the situation, maybe they had something going on. And I know on the other side looking in, as a notary signing agent, first, our job or responsibility is to witness the signers sign the documents, not so much to explain the document to the T, right? Yes, you should know what a Patriot Act form is, what a compliance agreement is, what a note is, what a deed is, right? So you should know what those documents are, but in the event that you don't, read the title and keep it moving. If they still need clarity on what this document is, give them the document. Let them read the document. As a notary signing agent, you don't have to explain the documents. You can give them that document to read. Or Another thing that you can do is say, hey, as a notary, I'm here to witness you sign the documents, but if you want to call your loan officer, you please feel free to do that at any time, and they can explain what this document is for you. So I think that that should have been what the conversation was. Again, they mentioned that this signer was a foreigner, which I thought was very not, I mean, regardless to what their ethnicity or nationality was, that should not have mattered. When it comes to interacting with people, you should just be nice either way. So yes, as a notary, we should know the documents, briefly. I mean, at least be able to read what the document is. And so, I teach my mentees to always have the Patriot Act form, on top, because that's the first thing that you're going to do when you get there is you're going to check that ID. You're going to give the oath. You're going to go through your journal. If it's required in your state, you're going to have them fill, out that journal. Then you're going to go over that closing disclosures because you want to make sure that those numbers are right in that settlement statement if there's one in there. And then you're going to go through those, and then you're going to finish the rest of the documents. But I don't move my closing disclosure. I leave it where it is. I just flip to it. I don't move the settlement statement. I just flip to it and then put the documents back in order. I never take my clients' documents out of order other than the Patriot Act form, and maybe when they're getting money back, right? So I'll take that out and put that on top when I return it. But the moral to this story is be nice, be kind. You had a first signing. If you're a signing agent and you get a sign-in with another notary and they seem like they're having a hard time, maybe help them out, or just take note, or just look at, just be nice at the end of the day. So I don't know what happened, but the guy was like upset. It sounded like it went down over there. Sometimes part of me wish I was a fly on the wall so I could see what really happened, but for that notary to become uncomfortable and get up and leave, it had to be more than what he told me happened. So guys, be nice, be kind. Remember, again, you had a first signing, or you're going to have a first signing, and you don't want people to treat you in your kind of way. So help people out. All right, that's the end of this video. Don't forget to like. If you got any comments or suggestions, you ever had a notary signing agent who you did a sign-in for, and they tried to tell you how to present the documents and what order they should go in, or I did this or I do that, leave me a comment. I want to know if you're if I'm the only one. I know I'm not, so share your story with me below. All right, guys, remember, what God has for you is for you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.